Alrighty, and welcome back to Wildwitch RP's live play of our episodic campaign, The Mortal Guardians. What is Wildwitch RP, you might ask? I'll tell you. Wildwitch RP is me, Faye, your game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We are a couple who love role-playing games and sharing stories with all of you so much that we quit our day jobs and created our own company so that way we could create high-quality TTRPG experiences full-time. We've been very fortunate along the way to meet many awesome, amazing players who have joined us on our adventure, including the players who are with us today. And you can join them in all the fun. To get started playing with us, just join our Discord and website community where you can sign up for games, meet us and all of our players, talk about your favorite characters and stories, and even roleplay on our forums. We've got plenty of games that happen every day, Monday through Saturday, so that way you can play in our Mortal Guardians episodic campaign and fight back against the evil Coven of Zol and their dark masters from the void beyond the stars. We also offer high-quality custom quests, magic items, our Burning Veil campaign that runs alongside the Mortal Guardians, and our playthrough of D&D's Dragonlance campaign. So take a moment during the game to join us and introduce yourself. We can't wait to see you at the table. Now, speaking of table, let's get started with today's game. And we begin with introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye. I'm going to be your game master. I'm with Wildwitch RP. You can find out more about us at our website, wildwitch.com. That's WILDEWITCH.com. It's got all the ways you can find us on the internet, including the invite link to our Discord, plus all the fun things we've got going on. So, head over there and check us out. While you're on the internet, you can head over to Syrinscape.com. Syrinscape provides all of our background music, our ambiance, our sad trombone to be played at dramatically appropriate times. You can see all that they can do for you and your table for all the games that they've got by heading to their website, Syrinscape.com. With that, I'm going to toss it over to our player side of the table and learn a little bit about the characters that are being brought in, and then we will dive into our session today. So, let us begin with an introduction for Neri.
Hi, I'm Kelsey, and I'm playing Neri. She's a Water Genasi Ranger Druid. She's a total badass, but most importantly, she's Cameron's best friend.
Aww. Moving onwards, let's head over to get an introduction from Cameron.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I play Cameron. She is a Water Genasi Cleric Druid. She's starting the session with one less third level spell slot because she's a simp, and most importantly, she's Neri's best friend.
My heart. Moving onward, let's get a introduction from Xena.
Hi, I'm Radiant. I'm playing Xena, who's an ASMR Barbarian Fighter mix. She likes swinging her axe, hanging out with Elle and her friends. She doesn't like bullies, the undead, any plants, purple worms, and other aberrant creatures that likes to swallow her. Any irritating beings that regenerate or are resistant to attacks, and all demons.
That's like everything that I've got in my campaigns. Next up, last but not least, let us get an introduction from Kaizen.
So, I'll be playing Kaizen. She is a half-elf monk rogue. She loves plants and enjoys giving people flowers, including Xena. And she likes to climb things that she shouldn't. And she also loves to hit skellies. Yep.
Alrighty. So, with that, we know who will be part of our story. So let us dive into our session. We begin with a pair of boars hunt as they look for food, ruffling through foliage, and then startle at a sudden sound. It is the moment that they resume hunting that a dark shadow flows over them. Before they can flee, they are snatched up by tendrils of vile, necrotic power. It is their agonized squeals that are suddenly cut short, and replacing them the gorging of hideous jaws, the crunch of bones beneath muscle. And then the dark entity drifts by, scouring the forest for more victims. We begin as you, mortal guardians, are in the woods. You are hunting a creature that has been perhaps effectively been called the Laughing Elk. Started by Neri, but passing quickly, since it was Neri who believed that the elk found amusement during struggles in the camping trip. As you all are on this hunting trip, go ahead and make for me some skill checks that you think would be appropriate, or other actions if you wish to utilize them.
Neri is 100% tracking right now. So that is a 34 survival.
Alright, so Mary's rolling survival as you all are crouching through, picking up the tracks of the forest. Mary's able to read these lands as if they are a children's book. She knows what she sees on the ground and how to shift her areas about. As Neri's leading you all, what are the rest of you doing?
I think Xena's doing similar things. She grew up in the grasslands and, learned how to hunt from her tribes, so she's going to be doing the similar thing. Not as good as Neri, because, grasslands and not this type of environment, but I think she would like to do a survival check, please.
Yeah, roll for it. Yeah, so as you follow along, you're able to spot the signs of passage that look quite like what you're looking for, assisting Neri in this effort. And as you move about, Cameron, Kaizen, what are you doing?
Go for an investigation check rather than tracking, just trying to find any signs that the elk's been here or past here.
Okay, go ahead, give me investigation.
It's a 31.
You definitely see what looks to be signs of some, as you're following where Neri and Xena have guided to you, but while you're quite on the right path, as you're looking around, Cameron, you're able to point out small details that this isn't an elk that you've found. This tracks to a stag, a deer, and quite large, but not who you're looking for. So it seems that your start point has to be reached again, follow a different branch, which is disheartening because Xena, Neri, you felt so sure that this was the right path. As you move back to the start, picking up the trail once again, any other efforts, any different checks put forward?
Can Kaizen look at the vegetation, like plants?
Sure. Roll for me a nature check.
Cool. 22.
All plants that you would expect to see in the forest area. They, some do seem to have been eaten, others seem to have been trampled upon, but everything seems as it should be, flourishing in these woods.
Cool.
Investigation?
Sure,
Can I
if you
go
would-
for a straight perception?
Sure, go for it.
Oh, it's another 34.
Okay. As Kaizen points out, you know, that the flowers seem fine and that some have been eaten over here. Xena, you go over to look, definitely look like it could be a passage of an elk or something else that was eaten. The brush and foraging here in this space, and with a 34 perception check, Neri, you see off in the distance what looks to be a spot of brown that just heads into the rest of the forest and foliage.
I got you. Start walking that way.
As you move in that direction, I'm assuming the rest of you follow, yes?
Yes.
Neri, at the lead of your pack, followed by Cameron, Xena, Kaizen, and Ryan, you move towards that speck of brown that you had seen, follow the movement, you close in, and it is a wolf rejoining its pack, you can see, not the elk.
Nerd takes a deep breath. We're going again. We're gonna find it.
I mean, look, perhaps we just rest for the night and we can continue the hunt after discussion in the morning.
Wow. Getting up.
We've been looking for this thing all day and we've not found it. I'm just pointing out that maybe we rest and after some sleep we head back or look for the thing afterwards, but we just haven't found it yet.
Fine. If that's what you want to do.
Alright, I feel that perhaps that's not what you want to do. And I know that this is important to you.
Baby, you were there. The
Yeah,
thing was mocking me the entire time.
it's just an elk. How
This
can
is
it
not
mock
only
you?
right.
Mary. It's an elk. It makes noises.
And I want it for dinner.
Alright, okay. Here, you know what?
Thank you.
I'm going to look over in that direction. If I see anything, I'll let you know. I'm
We'll
not
take
going
this.
far.
Hold on. Take this, and I'm gonna hand him a sending stone.
He'll take it and puts it in his pocket. Alright. So,
Don't get lost.
I won't. Stay safe.
You too.
So, as Ryan heads off, what is Cameron's passive perception?
Okay.
Cameron, you can hear just under his breath muttering about how he's not going to find that damn elk, but he doesn't say anything much louder than that.
Damn. I'll whisper to Neri.
Show him.
We're gonna find that fucking out.
We are.
He's gonna be so surprised.
He is gonna be so surprised when he's eating that elk for dinner. Like I wanted to on the camping trip, looking at Xena.
Hi. Right. Okay.
Bringing all that
We're-
food.
We're here now.
Yeah,
We're gonna
we're
eat
here
that
now.
elk.
Damn right, we're gonna eat that elk. Let's go.
So, what is your marching order?
Oh, Neri's up front. 100%.
Yeah, I'm not going in front of Neri.
I'll be at the back. She's looking at phones and things.
If not, even more determined now.
Cameron will be second in line for one, emotional support, to, again, Neri's been teaching her a lot more about primal magic and nature and stuff, so Cameron's learning today.
Okay. So, as you all begin to walk, Neri leading the way, Cameron, then Xena. Kaizen, you are following at the back, taking your time to appreciate the forest that you're in. You enjoy the flora more than the fauna, and you hear the footsteps of your companions, so you know that they're nearby. And so you take this time to look around as one of the ferns catches your eyes. Almost reminds you of one of the iridescent variations that you grew up near in Vale de Fera. And as you inspect it, it was just a trick of the light. But when you look up, you do not see your companions.
Good.
But please roll for me a perception check.
20?
Natural 20 for
Hell yeah.
34. You do hear what sounds like the elk coming off from the southeast. You know that Neri is very interested in getting this elk. Perhaps if you can get there, get it tied down, and then call your friends, well, it would definitely be a successful hunting trip in that scenario. So,
Well, the elk can't be that hard.
So Kaizen goes to find the elk. Xena, as you are walking along, following after Neri and Cameron, you would notice that there is the sound, or lack thereof, behind you. You turn back and you do not see Kaizen,
Oh, crap.
but roll for me a perception check.
Fantastic. It's natural one.
That is a natural one. You think you hear, off to the west, what sounds like the elk. You know that perhaps with as many false trails that you've had already today, perhaps a little bit of scouting ahead before bringing Neri over might do well.
Yes. No, see, I think Xena is a little bit apprehensive about approaching Neri and telling her a false tale again and getting her away from the track that she's on, because Neri looks like she knows where she's going. I'm not gonna question that. However, I think I heard this thing. So I'm gonna slowly, kind of carefully stealth away and try to go check that out. Because I'm sure that's where the real elk is. And as soon as I find it, I will get Neri to come over that way.
Perfect. So, as you make your way over off to the west, Cameron and Neri, you continue onwards. And as you are moving, both of you hear a startling in the woods. The sound of rustling. Can either of you make me a perception check?
I'll go
Actually,
for it.
both of you make me perception checks.
Okay. Awesome. That's a 23.
Both of you hear where the elk is off in the distance. Neri,
Mhm.
you hear it off to the northeast. Cameron, you hear it due north.
Heard that, right?
Yeah, just over north.
Not quite. More that way.
Are you sure? No, I trust you. I must have misheard.
No, but I trust you. Maybe I did.
Well, if you both hear it in the north, you could, above game, each keep to what you heard and call out to each other periodically to course correct. You two would know that with your smarts and wilderness training.
Maybe we could check both.
Yeah, I'll head north.
I'll head northeast.
Oh, hear anything or get any signs, just call out.
I'll yell. You too.
Your plan in place, you two hunt. And as you set off, you realize neither of your friends, Kaizen or Xena, have followed you. But the elk continues to dance in your distance. And you really need this win. So, as you all move through, can everyone roll for me either perception or survival checks?
That's a 36.
Beautiful. Kaizen, you hear it once more, leading you further in. You know that you can get to it. It's close by. You're sure of it. Xena sounds a little more farther away, but you're on the right track. You just gotta get through this foliage first. So you're slowing down to not startle it off, causing it to bolt and be another chase. Cameron, you don't know what Neri was talking about. You can hear it very much ahead of you and due north. And as you move closer, you see the movement of the trees where it likely has caught wind of you and go to follow. And Neri, you're pretty sure that you see it. The tail end of it as it bolts off into the thick foliage.
Oh, I take off. I yell for Cameron, but I take off.
Cameron, you hear a yell, but it's unclear if it's Neri or Kaizen or Xena. But you all continue to move through and move around, and Cameron, Xena, Kaizen, you're not getting any closer to this elk. At least you're not seeing it. You see its movements, you see the tracks that it leaves behind, you hear it. Just so ahead of you, but always out of reach, and you kind of understand what Neri meant, that it was mocking her. Cameron, you even spot in the distance sometimes flashes of your friends in the forest. It seems that they, too, have found their way to the right path, but they don't seem to spot you. Mary. Maybe Cameron didn't hear you. Or maybe she got caught in something like one of the branches or brambles. She doesn't seem to follow you, but you are hot on the tail of this elk. You see it. And as you are now crouched low, you see the edge of a grove. On the far side of the open space, you see the elk. It looks like a normal elk, but you also see that the elk is staring right at you. Maybe just beyond you. If you're still enough, it might not actually see you. But it's there.
Take an aim.
As you draw your bow back and start to take the shot, lining it up, the elk seems to hear something. You hear you see the ear flick. And as you go to release the shot, it drops from your hand as you are suddenly snatched up. A heavy rope trap clamps around your foot, and you are sent up into the air and you crash against a tree. And the elk darts off as Neri, you do fall unconscious. And while you are there, we go back to our others. Xena, Kaizen, Cameron. You find yourselves drawn together after the unsuccessful chase for the elk. And as you retrace your steps back to where you all were together last seen, all in all, Ryan's there. The three of you arrive. And a very quick head count reveals that Neri is not present.
Where did Neri go?
She
Yeah.
went off northeast. Said she would shout if she heard anything. I heard a shout, I didn't know who it was.
I didn't shout.
Yeah, and me neither.
And it must have been Neri.
Try sending to her. You have the stone. She gave you stone.
Yeah, let me try that. As he pulls out the stone, and activates it. Mary, you alright? We, didn't find the elk, but, everyone's here except for you. Let me know that you're alright, please. You watch as Ryan's face goes from expectant to concerned as the moment draws out and no response comes. And now, really, it seems that you must try and find your way to Neri. you were the one to last saw her, right, Cameron? Let's
think so.
let's head back to where y'all passed, and then parted ways. We go from there. It's the smart thing to do, right?
Yeah, I'll take his where we split.
So as Cameron leads back to where you guys were, Neri,
Mm-hmm.
some pressure against your mind brings you out of your daze. You were asleep. You know that as you wake up, there is a painful soreness on the side of your head. It's no longer the afternoon, but dark out. You're a little dreary, and very soon find that you are bound and gagged. But you sit near a small cooking fire in a very modest hunter's camp.
Looking for my dagger.
You do not have your dagger anywhere within reach. And as you're looking around, you're starting to study the camp, pick up on things. Can you roll for me either history or investigation?
He thinks that I'm so good at. It's 15.
You start to recognize what you're seeing. Some of the cooking tools are familiar. A pot that you had used many times, with scuff marks from where you had slammed it against rock in frustration years ago. You notice the familiar tent flap, where it had worn along the edges and been replaced with animal skins that you yourself helped hunt. And as these realizations and memories come flooding back to you, you hear footsteps of a figure emerging from the woods. And you know it, even in the moments that you are looking to see her, that you are in the camp of Skarsnaga. The orcish woman looks to you as she settles, just for a brief moment. Hello, Neri, and sits beside. As she moves towards your, she leans over and loosens the gag just enough for you to talk, but unable to cast any sort of vocal spell components.
Tag me up.
I did. Seems that you're still observant after all these years.
Humor hasn't changed.
She continues to prepare a meal, and you would see that it is enough to feed both of you. But mostly she stays quiet. She does glance at you from time to time.
I'm not alone. They're gonna come looking for me.
We've become weak.
Excuse me.
Do you see the oak? And she points off to one of the trees. It stands
Yeah.
on its own. Or does it rely on the vines that crawl around it, or the brush that ensnares its roots.
I mean,
It searches for no pots. It stands. It grows. You've become weak in your pot. I'm bringing you back to the fertile grounds.
and what gives you the right to decide that I'm weak?
You've had your time for these misguided attempts of playing a princess in the city.
You've been watching me?
No. But I knew you were going to leave. I left. And it seems that you stayed true to such folly.
Left? You abandoned me. You left me alone.
A bird needs to be pushed before it learns to fly. As the voices of the camp begin to rise, those of you in the forest who have been searching for hours, found no clue, can now have a sense as you hear a very heated exchange. And if you understand Orcish, you understand the languages that is being spoken. With a perception check, you would be easily able to follow that sound and trace it back to its source.
Roll perception.
Yep. Yeah. Easily, you all are able to start making your way towards the sound of the raised voices, and well, as you are getting closer, you start to see what looks to be the light of a fire in the distance. Do you attempt to try and stealth forward? Or do you just go forward? If you try to stealth, I will ask for a stealth roll. Okay. So you all keep quiet as you move, and you can see... oh, I need to roll for Ryan. He's here too.
Oh boy.
I'm always forgetting.
I'm always forgetting something. Okay, cool. As you guys get closer, you can see where the camp is. It's a hunter's camp, modest, and there are two figures. One that is quite recognizable as you see Neri bound and with a loosened gag near the fire, and a orcish woman, older, sitting nearby, frustration on her face, though that quickly drops as she looks in your direction when Ryan's foot breaks on a twig. It could have been, perhaps, thought of to be an animal, but under a master hunter's guise, there is scrutiny. You see that she reaches, perhaps, for a weapon of some sort before she looks that she is going to approach. What do you do here? mortal guardians of the woods? If anything.
I think I'm going to follow Cameron's lead.
Cameron, do you think you could distract that woman? I could go untie Neri, or vice versa.
Maybe we should scoot around, try and get Neri's attention, see if she can give us any ideas. This seems like a situation.
Yeah.
Should we split up?
Playing
Yeah,
up didn't
maybe I
really
can
go
do a
well
dagger.
last time.
Oh, that's true. Although I found a phone. Really cool.
Nice bird.
Well, I don't mean like split up going all the way around. I mean just kind of split up within like 30-foot radius and then
Camp. GM.
As you are discussing this, you see that the figure has moved, keeping quiet and moving slowly as a hunter would through the woods. She has now a blade drawn at its full length and is creeping closer to where you stand, still peering through as if she's trying to catch who might be in the distance, if it is an animal worthy of her, of the hunt.
I could turn into something.
I try and sneak around.
Yeah, I'll turn
Stay
into
stealthy.
a badger and try and get her attention, make her think it was me all along.
Okay, I want a deception check from the badger, and then I would like a stealth check from anyone trying to move around.
-1 for the badger, so that's a 16.
Okay. As doing marginally better this time.
Actually, you guys use math stats and I have proficiency, and I forgot how well shape works.
Yeah.
So it's a 21.
Okay. So as you shape into this badger form, and as the rest of your companions move around, there is the moment where the huntress moves for the strike against you, Cameron, but holds at the last moment. And Cameron, do you speak Orcish?
Nope.
She mutters a passage at you and sheathes the blade before returning to the camp. Seems that the badger is not worth her hunt this evening. Meanwhile, for Xena, Kaizen, and Ryan are able to sneak around without issue. What are you two doing?
How far is it to Neri?
Not very far at all. This is a very small and modest hunter's camp. It wasn't even really like much cleared out of the area that it persists. It's very much leave no trace.
Cool. I'm trying to get close to Neri and either cut her bonds myself or like pass her a dagger.
Probably would be faster to cut her bonds.
Okay.
Especially since it doesn't seem that a badger ruse would be holding your.
Yeah.
And how far are Neri's weapons from her?
You don't quite see them in this camp. They could be hidden somewhere else, maybe underneath the tent. You're not sure, but as Neri, your bindings on your hands are cut free, and as Kaizen's working on cutting loose your feet, you're able to remove the gag fully, and that is when Skarsnaga is turning and seeing this. And immediately hand onto the hilt of the blade once more.
Naga, I told you I wasn't alone.
And yet they are thieves.
Yes. That's
Yes.
insulting. Goodness. Thieves.
Sneak around.
You blame them.
City has made your thoughts a confusing maze, hard to parse. She removes the hand from her dagger and goes to sit down by the fire once more.
Hey, how do you know this?
Remember I told you the story? When I was living on the mountain. And I got caught in a trap.
Oh. This was. Oh, that was right. Oh.
Mm.
Is that what happened this time?
It seems wisdom did not teach you from your first mistake.
My goodness.
Tina, confused, looking back and forth among three of them, and going, is there any way you can, like, speak common or something? Somebody explain something to me. Am I hitting things? It doesn't look like
No.
I'm hitting things.
No, you're
Okay.
not hitting things.
I put my axe away.
As Skarsnaga sits at the fire, much like how she was with you earlier, Neri, she doesn't really look to anyone else. And you expect this, you've dealt with it for years. A few moments of silence go by before the orcish woman speaks up. I do not know how it is in the city, but the woods are dangerous with moonrise. Rest in my camp.
Sorry, moonrise.
If you are not blind, child, and she points to the sky and you can see the stars.
Got it.
Tina looks up at the sky because it seems like what they're looking at, going, I have no idea what they're talking about.
She means it's night.
Really? Oh, I thought it was like, eclipse. Okay.
She has. It's a whole thing.
Okay, so what are we doing?
She's letting us rest here.
Wait, she
think-
kidnapped you. We came to rescue you. She's asking us to stay?
She didn't kidnap me. I walked into her trap.
Why should she tie you up?
It's a great question.
Do you ask that of her, or do you just stare at her expecting an answer?
No, I ask her. Why did you tie me up?
Sometimes plants need to be guided on how they grow.
My goodness.
And she's saying all of this in Orcish, right?
Oh yeah, Skarsnaga is not
Okay.
swapping to
Sad.
any sort of common.
Okay.
Is that plants in Orcish?
I have grown just fine.
There is the snap of the bone of whatever small animal she was preparing. As her frustrations bubble over.
Question: is the badger within my sight?
I don't know, did the badger move when everyone else did and the conversation started?
Yeah, I feel like Badger Cam's just been like around the group, but also just like looking around since it's
I feel
not
like
really suspicious.
I'm just
And Ryan's with
imagining.
us?
Yes, Ryan's here. But I'm just imagining Badger Cam like doing all sort of like the dirt baths and like rubbing the back.
A weird badger.
Cameron glares.
I think that's the moment she realizes it's Cameron. Got it. You're doing great.
Back to my dirt bath.
So, as you are. She does not elaborate on your statement of you growing fine, but again, she did show that bit of frustration with the statement.
Should I give her a flower?
I mean, if you want. I don't think she'll take it.
Okay, challenge accepted. I would like to go over to her and try and give her a daisy. Here you go.
Alright, give me just one moment here.
Roll with the hat.
He's 20.
Alright, she looks at it. Is this a fresh picked daisy?
Yeah, I probably found it in the forest. Just, a few minutes ago.
It is a. And she looks to you as she starts speaking Orcish. I don't know if you would understand Orcish.
Nope.
Are you not at the monk level yet, where you can understand all spoken languages?
Nope, that's not yet.
No. So as she
Yeah.
begins to speak, those of you who understand Orcish can hear. It is a fine specimen. I'll add it to my collection. And then seeing that you
Yeah.
don't understand,
Mhm.
in a unpracticed comment, thank you. I will make use. And she puts it away in a pouch.
Kaizen has like the biggest smile on her face and goes back. Ah, she's a keeper. Mhm.
You say that now.
Yes, I do.
She'll leave you.
It's fine. Do you need a flower now?
I don't.
Oh.
I'm gonna find a tree to sit by and just kind of making sure that Naga's in sight.
Yeah, easily done.
I pull Kaizen's arm to the side and maybe like 10 feet away, motion her to sit. And I sit down next to her, if Kaizen allows it.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
One question. How come you always give people flowers?
Oh, you're gonna make me look stuff up. Hold please. Gosh dang. There we go. All right. Wanda, my not mother, but caretaker, used to always give them to travelers. And but I mean that's beside the point, I suppose. One of my earliest memories in the failed affair with them was Zan was really upset. And I didn't know why. I was like, 3 or 4. And Wanda told me to go give him a flower. And I did. And it made him happier. So, yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay.
So, as you all settle into the camp, either for better or for worse, calmly or not, we are going to take a break here in our story. So stick with us as we are about to go and go to our ad break. If you are enjoying what you are seeing here, please consider giving your DM a tip. I will be posting a link in our chat for that sort of thing with our Ko-fi. And I will see you guys here shortly to pick up our story. We'll be right back. Stick around with us. Alrighty, we are back. It is nighttime in the Wintermoon Woods outside of Wintervale. And you all have been invited by Skarsnaga to stay in her camp. At least for the evening. There is still the tension, it seems, between the old orcish hunter and her protege. But in the aftermath, the minutes leading through in just this passage of time, tempers calm. And the old orcish woman, again, a rough, unpracticed comment, speaks, seeing that most everyone here does not understand. I did not intend to return to these woods. I was to move on and make peace with my failure. And she looks over to where you are, Mary. Find purpose elsewhere. But I have been called in my spirit to return. The woods are filled with something dark and malevolent.
How do you know?
She takes a bag from nearby the fire and throws it over towards where you are, and as it hits, you see it's actually more of a a folded up single sheet of cloth that has corpses, vermin that are desiccated and darkened by malign magics. Anyone who'd be interested can overlook the corpses and roll Arcana or Medicine.
Nope. Never mind.
Kaizen, you're picking up on just a lot of burns, so particularly fire magic, but Cameron, Xena, Neri. The vermin, they are dark and desiccated, as if starved on a scale that is intense and ever-present, and it speaks of necrotic magic, in addition to the burns of the fire. A combination that suggests the presence of demons or necromancers.
Is it everywhere?
It emanates nearby. It is stronger to the north. And Neri, you can read by the way that she says that, her body language. Hard to read her in the fully understand, but she's a bit closed off and makes you think that it is the old grounds that you used to keep when the two of you lived and hunted together.
I just can't stand. We have to do something.
It is what I intend to do. If anyone would like to roll for me a religion or an insight check here. Kaizen, Cameron, Neri. Something comes to your mind. The malign entity of the forest. It's had to get here somehow. With what Neri has said of Skarsnaga leaving, with her own admission that she never thought she would return, it could have left the wilds with fewer protectors, or perhaps even none at all. Could be how this thing arrived, whatever it is.
Go north?
You let us help you.
It seems that I cannot stop you from what you seek out to do.
Nope.
But if you are to move with me, I pack up camp in the morning, hunt by the light of day.
And we leave in the morning.
So, if there is no specifics you wish to cover this evening, then we will continue on till morning. But if there are any moments you would like before we pass.
If there's a quiet moment, sometime through the night. Hey, Neri,
Yes, Zena.
I had a thought. I was thinking, if she was the protector of the forest, but then she left and left you alone behind, do you think she meant to have you be the next protector?
Maybe.
Oh,
Would have
okay.
been nice to know.
Are you okay?
Little headache, but
Okay. I have some nuts.
it's fine. Thank you.
Okay. And I leave her alone.
Not alone. I'm sticking real close to Ryan. But I'm quiet.
I mean, I leave you alone to your thoughts.
So, Ryan keeps you close, Neri. Offers that steady presence that he typically does. Does anyone else have anything specific they wish to see this evening?
Actually, one quick thing. Is there a plant with flower nearby?
It better be.
Yeah, there's a few flowering plants nearby, for sure.
I go to one.
Mm-hmm.
I stare at it.
Yeah.
I look around.
Do you eat it?
Kaizen is
Then
watching
I-
very intently.
Go pick one
Uh,
very carefully.
roll me a nature check, please.
God.
Cool. Yeah, you recognize that this is this one has thorns, so you wrap a bit of cloth around your hands before you try and pick it.
No, pain is the blood is my. Okay. No, blood is the payment for taking this flower from this plant.
Well, I mean, you did say that you were going to do it carefully, so...
Yes, carefully, as in I'm not gonna try to awake the other flowers and the plants that's around it.
I mean, do plants and flowers truly sleep?
Oh my god, Faye. What the hell?
Just gonna put it out there. Do they sleep?
Kaizen would say no.
Do androids dream of electric sheep? What are we talking about here? Like,
I take the damn flower.
alright, you got a flower in your hands. Your thumb and forefinger are
walk o-
sore because it's got thorns.
Yeah. And I bring it over to Kaizen. Kaizen,
Yes?
you want a flower?
Yes? And like I'll give you like the quickest, fiercest hug and I'll snag the flower. It's so pretty.
Yeah, okay.
There are still
it.
a few thorns that prick your finger, Kaizen, but most of them
That's
have been
fine.
crushed under the attempt of picking up the flower.
Cool. I don't know what to do with this now. Usually when I give them to folks, I forget about them.
Damn.
I'll just carry it. It'll be great.
So, the evening goes by, and you are, while there is the sound of elks and bears and boars, none seem to disturb your rest, as it seems that the master hunter here is hitting you well. But I'm sure that there are some badger shenanigans before the effect wears off and Cameron goes to rest. But
But hey, I'm going to explain that there's another person in the morning.
as soon as the badger dissipates, Skarsnaga has the hand and the dagger all ready to go.
Jeez.
It's a whole 5-minute conversation of like, hey, no, she's with us.
Don't kill her yet. Yeah.
But morning comes, the camp is packed, and you travel deeper into the woods. You are searching for signs of corruption in the forest. And, what do you all do during the journey? Many conversations.
I look around, just keep an eye open for any signs as we walk. And just kind of once in a while stare at the orcish woman. And then maybe stare at Neri. Until I realize I'm staring. Then I focus back onto the forest.
Again, I'm sticking close to Ryan. I'm not letting him out of my sight, but I'm also not letting Skarsnaga out of my sight.
I'll just look for pretty flowers or ferns or stuff and just kind of, pick some, or
Easily able to
touch
do.
them.
You find some that are touch responsive and close up as your fingers brush
Oh
by
my
them.
gosh. That's like the best thing.
Uh, not directing her visuals to either Xena or Neri, Skarsnaga does seem to perhaps notice that she is being watched. Will you only watch your prey, or will you take the shot?
What do you do when they're neither?
There is prey and hunter in all situations. May not always be as direct. It is the beast that will fill your belly.
You're not in danger from us, Naga. Sorry, your trust has been broken.
It is not the only one. She finally kind of just gives a look over to you, Neri.
I'm getting real sick of this passive aggressiveness.
She stops and turns to face you fully, Neri. You were going to leave. The spirits sent me a vision. The path you took. You were meant to take a different path. The spirits were confused. I told them so, but they rebuked me. I carried pain before you even knew. And so I left. So that way you would see that the path you were treading down had to change. That you had duties to this forest.
You just expected me to know?
You were refusing to accept the responsibility. And so I figured that if you had no one else to look to, you would take it up. But you ran off anyway.
You could have told me. I trusted you. I would have done anything you told me to. You just left. You
You
left me alone.
were leaving me. And that is where she turns and starts to walk again into the forest, following the path that you guys were originally on. All of you will have a passive insight high enough to know that Skarsnaga is probably unwilling to continue the conversation. At least
Did
at
she
this
say all
time.
of this in? Did she say all of this in Orcish?
The last half, yes.
Okay.
Neri's very close to crying. She's trying not to show it.
Ryan's got his arm around Neri and is giving a tight squeeze of a hug. It's alright.
Xena, I think Neri needs a phone.
I think she needs Ryan more. And I don't want to interrupt them. Let them have their moment.
Yeah.
Did you like the flower I gave you?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep. I'm still holding it.
Kaizen just held it all throughout sleep, so it's like all rumpled.
Yep. Definitely.
But, Skarsnaga seems to be not waiting for anyone, so if you are intent to assist her in cleaning the corruption of this forest, it seems that you will have to follow after. Do you do
Yeah,
so?
I follow.
Yeah, I'm keeping up.
As you walk, in the morning light, as day begins to grow stronger, you do come upon, eventually, a clearing. And you see the stream here has run rancid. It's turned rotten with black water. If anyone would like to roll any sort of arcana, nature, or medicine check upon inspecting this phenomena.
It's a 29.
The water here is tainted. It is tainted with blood of some sort of demonic creature. And for a moment, our viewpoint shifts. Under the water and through the darkened shade of liquid, peering up at faces that inspect, unseen to those investigating what has happened here. What, Mortal Guardians, are you doing as you're looking over the stream, if anything?
Does it look like we have to cross it?
No, this is one of the first signs of corruption. It's got the rancid black water. It's rotten with the blood of some demonic creature.
Okay. Is there a fallen tree branch or anything nearby?
Not in the immediate area, no.
Neri's walking up to it,
Okay.
kind of calling out to hold up, and yeah, she's getting close.
Yeah.
She's checking it out.
As you guys are investigating, closing in and looking over this, can everyone roll for me perception check? This is based on hearing if it affects anyone.
Wish.
You all hear footsteps in the woods after making your discoveries of the water. There's the crunching of leaves, the snapping of twigs and sticks. Something's coming at you. Perhaps with the intent of causing some trouble. Not only that, you would notice that as these sounds get closer, the area around you begins to darken. Clouds seem to drift over the sun. The trees and boughs begin to bend towards you to block the light. And Neri, closest to the water, you see where a face bursts out from where your own reflection is. As shadow demons surge out. We are rolling initiatives.
Oh,
Okay. So, it's going to be Cameron, Kaizen, Mary, Xena, Shadow Demons, Ryan, and Sparsnaga. So, Cameron, you heard the sound in the distance. You heard, you spotted the growing shadows, and then now you're able to turn and see that from the blackened waters, these demons rushing out. What would you like to do?
Cool. How many are there?
There are 6.
6.
Mhm.
How many can I get in a 60-foot radius sphere without getting Mary? She's up close.
You'd be able to get 3 of them without getting Neri in the mix.
No, I won't use it for 3. I'll guiding bolt 1.
Sounds good.
It's a 31 to hit for 16 points of radiant damage.
For a moment, I heard 6D instead of 16, and I was like, damn, did that be, like, upcasted? But no, it's mishearing.
Now I just feel bad that it's only 16.
I'm sorry that I made you feel bad. But that one glows now.
Yay.
And with that, Cameron, your turn will come to an end, and Kaizen.
Chloe?
Yes, there's one glowing.
Lovely. I will go up to that one and slash with Lily. With
Go for it.
advantage, yes?
Correct.
Awesome sauce. Cool. Does a 20 hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Good. Oh, that is really sucky damage. Cool. Plus sneak. Okay. Decent sneak. Okay, then I'll punch him. Not with advantage. Ooh, 15?
15 will hit the Shadow Demon.
Awesome. Cool. 11 bludgeoning. And I'll do flurry of blows because I can.
Your fists are considered magical weapons, yeah?
With the tattoo.
I know that at a certain monk level, your fists become magic weapons.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. So I have it from 2 sources, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Okay, so just straight punching. Okay, 22 to hit.
Yep.
Oh, for really sucky damage. And then I'm putting Hand of Harm into this because I can do that for free now. Alright, that's 11 necrotic. Does that go through?
Unfortunately, it does not seem that the necrotic goes through.
Can he
So,
be poisoned?
he cannot be poisoned.
Ah! Fine. Be that way. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 just hits.
Goody. Cool. Another 12 bludgeoning, and that's my turn.
As-
Actually, I'll move back.
As
I
you
can.
move back, perhaps expecting a retaliation, you are able to see where the figure around your fist dissipates and turns, returning to shadows as it is no more.
I'll back up to a little bit behind Neri.
All right, so as Kaizen moves behind you, Neri, it is your turn.
Okay. Do I have one right in front of me?
You do.
Okay. We'll go for Primal Savagery. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll go for it. It's a 19 to hit. Yeah, for 18 acid.
Alrighty. As your, let me double check on that. As your claws cut forward underneath the figure's face that looms in front of you, it does seem to take some damage, but not all of it.
Sure. I'll Misty step back.
All right, so as you misty step back, Kaizen, Neri's no longer nearby you. But anything else, Neri?
No, that's it.
Xena, we come to your turn.
Can I get to one and say hello?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I would like to say hello with overwhelming strikes. That is 22 to hit for total of 29 points of damage.
Okay.
And that is 27 to hit for 26 points of damage. My last attack is natural 20 for total of 57 points of damage, and that is my turn.
Cool. So as you rush up to one of the shadow demons, you completely obliterate it as your blade cuts through, slashing this thing to ribbons. Its body drifting away. Anything else from Xena? Cool. Our shadow demons rush out, and as they come, claws ready to pierce in to each of you. That is going to be a gentleman's 20 to hit Cameron.
Yep.
For 13 points of psychic damage.
Awesome.
A 11 will miss Kaizen.
Yep.
A natural 20 to hit Xena. So that that was advantage, which means that'll make it that. You are looking at 26 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And then Neri, you are looking at one of them as it is coming forward, claws ready, and as you see the attack coming in, you flinch almost reflexively, and you're not hit. Standing in front of you is Skarsnaga, who has taken the demonic attack, and one thing that kind of lingers, who was hit by the attack? Xena and Cameron?
Yeah.
Cool. Cameron,
Mhm.
your mind is filled with memories.
Awesome.
Give me a moment, please. of when Cameron felt that she had failed, either didn't go through with a pledge or vow, or watched her companions fall or get hurt.
Oh, Cameron definitely felt she failed when she threw a dagger at a goddess.
That is overwhelming your mind as the psychic damage hits through and lances its way, pulling that memory up to the forefront. Xena,
Hmm?
what was a moment where it felt that Xena had failed? Where it was either you did not keep to your vow or your pledges, and or when your
I
companions were
acted
hurt.
like, when I acted like an idiot and hurt Al by breaking up with her.
Okay. As that memory is pulled to your forefront of your mind, that is it for our shadow demons. It is going to be our NPCs go, and Skarsnaga, not even looking back to you, Neri, where she has intercepted this attack, is going to pull her dagger out and rush forward at this creature, trying to force it back. And that will hit with that amount of damage. Ryan is going to saddle up and actually give Neri the help action, as he's kind of looking over the situation here, trying to figure out what's going on and where he is best suited. As we come back to the top of the round, Cameron, you've got one in front of you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Spinning Blade and try and stab it. With my boy's dagger, which is a nat 1. Thanks, Randall.
Oh no!
Get a better weapon next time.
Unfortunately, that stab does not go through, as the release of energy crackles but has no receptacle for it. Anything else on your turn, Cameron?
Spiritual weapon and just bonk in the back of the head.
Go for it.
Hopefully that's an 18.
18 will be a successful bonk.
Awesome. That is 19 points of force damage.
Alright, 19 force. Cool. With that, it will be bam. Plus bam. Alright, it's looking a little hurt there. Anything else from... No, that's action, that's bonus action. So, with
Yep.
that, Kaizen, we come to your turn.
Can I go flank with the one that Cameron was just on?
You will provoke an attack of opportunity from the one that is in front of you.
Oh, right, the one who missed. Okay, never mind. I will hit this one first.
Go for it.
Just gonna punch him. Oh, yeah, 18, I believe hits.
Yeah.
All right, 12 bludgeoning, and now I'm gonna go over to the one that Cameron was with.
Easily done.
Perfect. Excellent. Hello. Okay, I will try and stab him. Oh, wow. Okay, well, wait, we have Elven accuracy. Yeah, perfect. 29 to hit. 11 plus. Not decent. Another 13. Okay, action. We will do Flurry of Blows. Oh, where'd you go? Okay, we'll go fishing. Cool, yeah, 29 to hit. Another 10, and final. Fishing. Nope, 27 to hit, and another 9. And that's my turn.
All right. As Kaizen flows into this flank with you, Cameron, you see the cut of her blade and the fast movement of her hands as the shadow demon between the two of you becomes nothing more than tethers of what could be smoke as it dissipates. There are 3 left on the board as Mary, we come to your turn.
I'm gonna scooch around and take a shot at the one in front of Naga.
Okay.
That's a 29.
Alrighty.
8 piercing. And a natural 20. Oh goodness, 15, 20 piercing.
Alright. That is a... Okay. Had to make sure my math was right there. I wrote it down wrong. So as you release the arrow, it does, both of them make impact and, cut through, but you see that it, as it passes through, the form of these demons aren't entirely physical as it hits the ground after, but it does seem to have to reform, so you know that you've done damage to it. Anything else on your turn there?
That's it.
Xena.
Okay. I noticed as soon as I got hit by this thing, I had this memory popped into my head, right?
You know that sometime between being hit and having this memory, if you make any sort of correlations, that's of course on you, but you did have this memory in the middle of combat with this creature.
Yeah, for no reason whatsoever. I was not here. I hate demons, and now I hate this demon more. I'm going to rage, and I'm going to go straight for it. And I'm going to go ahead and hit it with Overwhelming Strike, Great Weapon Master. And that is going to be 26 to hit. For a total of 29 points of damage. 31 to hit. For a total of 30 points of damage. Natural 20. That is going to be 52 points of damage, and that is the end of my turn.
Once more, your blade just tears through 3 heavy strikes, and as it cuts through the figure, turning it to ribbons, there is no more shadow demon in front of you, leaving just 2.
Actually, I lied. Okay, can I go to one to provide a flanking opportunity?
Yeah, there's one that no one's on. It was the one that Kaizen left.
Fantastic. Okay, that's it.
So as Xena rushes over there, it makes this shadow demon's job a lot easier. It's going to attack you. And that is going to be a 23, I believe, will miss, yeah?
Miss, yep.
So, as it tries to drag its claws across, you're able to just narrowly move back enough that it doesn't, remembering the memory that was drawn forth the last time, and you don't want to see what could be worse. With that, it is going to be the other shadow demon, who is engaged with Skarsnaga, and will manage to cut through her once more, as she still stands as a bulwark between this thing and Mary. And then it'll be Ryan's go, and Skarsnaga, and it'll be another jab, and Ryan will continue to provide help for Neri, and Cameron, we come to your turn. There are 2 shadow demons left.
Cool, I'll run up to one. Try again with the dagger and cast Brimming Blade.
Okay.
God damn it, Randall!
Oh no.
Oh, that boy.
That
Get
dagger is
attacking
cursed.
either.
We already had a 3-part arc about a cursed dagger. We're not doing this again. This is Neri's thing, okay?
Oh my god.
Spiritual weapon. Is there anything within 20 feet of it?
Yeah, this
Please.
one is within 20 feet of the last one you spiritual weaponed.
Thank God. How's a 33?
Damn, Brent is starting some shit.
Oh, what's Brett
Oh
saying?
no!
Oh.
Oh no!
It's a nat 1, still better than your initiative rolls.
Ouch!
16
we
points
go.
of force damage.
Oh my god.
I know, when Randall don't got me, Zavokra got me. Amen.
My goodness.
Cameron, if you don't have inspiration, fucking take one.
Thank you.
Oh man, god. So, with that, Cameron, your turn comes to an end. Kaizen, we come to your turn. What would you like to do?
There's one left.
There's two left. One that has Xena and Cameron on it. One that has Skarsnaga, but Neri's been shooting arrows at.
I'll go help Skarsnaga.
Okay.
If I can flank with her, that would be
Yeah, no one's in a flank with Skarsnaga.
cool. Okay, so I will take out Lily and Slash, and we'll go fishing. Nope, 20 to hit, and 7 plus 11. And I'll punch her. The creature. Oh.
I mean, if you want to aim
That's
for
for Neri.
Skarsnaga through the other side,
No.
you know.
No, that's between her and Neri. Okay, that's 11. We'll do flurry of blows because I can. Okay, fishing again, 24 or nope, 24. That's another 11. Wow. Okay, 19 or 29 to hit plus another 13. That's it.
And once more, it is your fists that bring the beast down as the smoke dissipates. The shadows return to their normal existence as the demon is bested. One demon remains, and Neri, it is your turn.
We'll take some more shots. Gonna remember that I have health this time. That's a 30. For 8 piercing.
Okay.
And a 28. For 13.
Lovely. As your two arrows fall into the last of the demons again, cutting through the small bits of corporeal essence, it is looking very rough, but still here to fight. As Xena, you come to your turn.
Overwhelming strike. Good, great weapon. 17 misses, yes?
No, 17 will hit.
Oh! That is going to be 28 points of damage.
Cool.
Natural 20. Do I need to roll?
No, it was dead the first time.
Oh, okay.
So as your second strike comes heavy through the dissipating ribbons of shadow, it sunders the ground in a cleave. But you are out of combat. Initiative ending. And in the last whisper that all of you can hear, almost as if it's just over your shoulder, as the shadows curve around Slactor Xena, a voice comes forward. You think you're clever, working together. But it is the conflict in you that makes my master stronger. Your doom waits.
We all hear this?
You all hear it as if it's just over your shoulder, whispering in your ear. But what do you do?
Oh God, what is her name? Skanaga? Skarsnaga?
There you go.
Yes.
Okay, Skarsnaga. Does that mean that there is a big bad thing?
Who knows? And she seems particularly curt, more so than she was before, as she starts putting away her blade after cleaning it, and is quick to start trying to pick up the next trail.
Okay. Follow.
I'm making a point to follow very closely.
I am not.
If anyone would like to roll an insight check to kind of look into sort of her body language or stuff as she's doing all of this.
No.
Oh boy.
Oh damn, Xena. Oh no, that's not that is an attack, not an insight. The game log isn't going through. But damn, Xena. Xena, you'd be able to pick up on this fairly easy. Underneath everything, the curt responses, the moving to get back on track. Skarsnaga is hiding deeper emotions. Looks like shame and resentment.
Shame and resentment?
That's what you're reading.
Is Cameron... Where's Cameron walking right now?
Where's Cameron walking right now, Cameron?
I don't think Cameron would make a point to be anywhere specific. She'd just be wandering back, middle.
Cameron's just vibing.
Yeah. Cursing her dagger.
I walk next to her. Kind of wondering why she's twirling the dagger in a really angry way, like she's, yelling at it. I'm kind of sensing like, do you think Skarsnaga is kind of jealous of Mary?
I don't think jealous. No.
Okay, it's almost like, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like she's almost jealous at the way that how close we are to her. Maybe more than Neri was to Skarsnaga. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making it up. Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And I
You?
just keep walking. Yeah. I had a thing when we were fighting the demon specter. I don't know. Maybe this is all over. Maybe I can talk with you about something.
Yeah, anytime, Xena.
Okay. Thank you. And I walk.
I would say that, Neri, you would have been able to if that conversation was had at a normal conversational speaking level, Neri, you would have been able to pick up that Xena had spotted something in Skarsnaga.
I'm doing my best to keep close to her.
She doesn't
Step-
say anything.
You stepped in front of me.
I would have done it for anyone.
Okay, are we gonna talk about it?
As I said, I would have done it for anyone.
But you did it for me.
So I did. You can see that she's beginning to get more agitated as it seems that you press further, perhaps getting closer to something.
Can you be upfront with me, please? For once?
As she turns, you see there is a... It's not quite fury, but anger in her eyes. Just leave the matter! Drop it!
No!
And in the distance, as she says this, there is a demonic howl far off that echoes from the north of the stream, as if answering the frustrations. Go ahead, roll for me here if anyone would like to roll either Arcana or Insight. All of you sort of come to an idea that perhaps there is some sort of connection between this demonic presence and corruption and the conflicts between Neri and Skarsnaga. Coming to that idea, we will pick up with where that could lead. Just a little bit. We're going to take a quick ad break here, so stick around with us. We will see you all very shortly to continue on with the story. But while we are away, if you are enjoying what you see here, please consider leaving the DM a tip. We appreciate it. Very kind moves. But we'll see you all shortly. We'll be right back. All right, we are diving back into our session. A battle with shadow demons coming from a tainted stream has just concluded, and in the aftermath of trying to get back on course, tensions once more are beginning to rise, and it seems that perhaps there is a connection between the conflict of Neri and her old mentor Skarsnaga and the demonic corruption of the forest. If anyone would like to roll for me a religion or a history check as we are diving into this.
And
Cameron and Kaizen. You recall that conflicts between family or close friends can serve often as fodder for powerful demonic entities that feed on envy, resentment, acrimony. If such is a case here, perhaps resolving the bitterness between Skarsnaga and Neri may be crucial to solving the corruption of the forest.
Gonna cast tongues, just so what I say is definitely understood by Skarsnaga. You know how fiends can somehow, feed off some negativity?
Yeah.
Know how, there's some negativity between you and Skarsnaga here? Might be a connection to the corruption? Just a thought.
Bah. Fables. It is psalms from gods of the city. People who know nothing of the wilds wrote such words. They falter here where strength and devotion matter more than parables.
Well, no. You're wrong. Okay.
As someone who
Okay,
met
hold
my
on,
god, no.
Oh. Looking at Cameron wide-eyed, did you just tell her she was wrong? Oh god.
Yeah, so you seem to have some, thing you see the city negatively. I'm not from big city, if that makes you feel better. This is my opinion as someone with extensive knowledge on corruption and on fiends and devils and undead and everything that can corrupt the natural world. This is what's happening. I tried to say it nicely. Take it as it is. Up to you how you resolve it.
I have curiosity. Do we hear that? Understand that because you casted tongues?
Yeah, I'm still speaking common, but every language can understand me.
Okay. Then if that's the case, I kind of go, okay, corruption and blah blah blah. I get the gist of it. And I will go ahead and lift up my armor / shirt and show her the scars that are bright red, like lava red. And I go, yeah, what she said. We kinda, and I step back.
You do not know the woods. And she looks to all of you and then moves to resume the path northward.
No. I trust Cameron's word. If there's a chance that if what we have is resolved can help fix this, then
What
need to take
we
that
have
chance.
is something polluting the water, something making the forest sick, and I am going to fix it. You can stay here, or you can hunt. And she goes forward, and you can see now where she walks northward, there is smoke that fills the air as if something burns in the forest ahead of you. I would say that it does not seem that she is unwilling to harbor the idea of resolution, but that perhaps she does not see a connection. That she sees a threat to be hunted.
what to do.
Hey, Cameron,
Yeah.
this is important, yeah? That they make up?
Yes. I'm not
Me.
saying it's their negativity that's cursing this whole place. There's something bad here that's feeding off that. And if we cut that off, it's not going to be as powerful. That's how corruption works.
And Mary,
Hmm.
would it help you if I stop her from walking away?
I don't know.
I will say this. As important as it is to make up, that can be done anywhere. It doesn't have to be at this specific location. I don't know about the demonic connections and fading off of things, but I do see smoke. And something could be wrong up ahead. I don't know if it's related to this or if it's some strange byproduct, but that does not look good. Looks like something big is burning.
I don't say anything. I just start walking.
Ryan stays very close to you. He keeps quiet as well. What of the rest of you? Do you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The air is tense. But as you continue your journeys, all heading to the north, you come and find the burning remains of a small settlement. You recognize the sort of collection of different aesthetics and workmanships. Orcs, humans, Goliath. And you also recognize the bodies that are here as well. You see that they are massacred, and it is after that that they were incinerated. As you approach, you see 3 houses, spaced about 100 feet from each other. There's a well in the center and a large barn next to the largest of the houses. They are caved in. They are destroyed. And the people remain where they were slain. Remains covered in ash. You can try and search the area for more information, but that is what you immediately see.
Yeah, I would like to search, please.
How? What are you doing?
I'm looking at the footprints. I'm looking at the burn marks, slash marks, and kind of trying to see if I can ascertain what possibly may have killed them.
If you are looking for what has killed the figures, based off of the wounds, it will be a medicine check.
Is it Cameron be done to?
Oh, I was actually. Neri would be doing that as well.
I mean, more than one person can be doing that.
Look at us
We're so cute.
investigating dead bodies together.
Mhm.
It's like, what a fun day out.
Yes.
So, most of the figures dead do not seem to have physical scarrings. They show signs of depletion, burst vessels near the eyes and where the skin is thinnest. Stuff that happens very closely tied to a mental assault, and you recall those of you that were hit by the shadow demons, that their claws went through you and drug forth some of the most painful memories. Likely that is what happened to these. But others, a select few of the bodies here, do appear to be ripped, torn by something larger and bestial, with claws and large teeth. As you search, a voice crawls over the land. Welcome, my family. You have returned at last. And you see a figure sort of step from the shadows that grow large and pull itself out, and it is massive. Almost looks to be a very much like a bull that stands on 2 feet. Its horns and spines and face bestial, and the form looking as if it is composed of shadow and flame, the shadow sparking and crackling, these massive claws that drag along the ground as it looks to all of you. And this is the figure, the voice that spoke. And it walks around you as if it is the hunter, playing with its prey caught in its trap. Have you told them the truth, Skarsnaga? Have you told her about our bond? The orcish woman closes her eyes tightly. There is no bond. But go ahead, roll for me insight checks here, please. Mary hears this. So does Sina. There is fear in her voice, uncertainty, as if she does not know what she believes she speaks is true.
Naga?
She opens her eyes and looks to you. There is no bond. Oh, I see. And the figure I owe you for my emergence. As he now begins to prowl closer towards Skarsnaga. It was you who created me, Harisal. And the words whisper as it shifts over. If not for your abandonment of these lands, if not for your rejection of those who loved you. And he looks over to you, Neri, as he speaks those words. And he does not look away. I would not have fed upon the sorrow and fear of your child. And looks back to Skarsnaga. My hunger was sated as she lay alone in the dark, waiting for you to never return. With each pressing against it, Skarsnaga begins to bow more and more until at last she is on her knees. Her palms pressed to her face, tears being fought against. And you can hear Mary. I should not have left you. This is my doing. You all are able to see that Harisal is working now to crush Skarsnaga's conviction, trying to overwhelm her mind, trying to possess and consume her soul, and drag to the depths of the abyss.
What's Neri doing right now?
I'm going for my sword, and I'm looking like I'm gonna rush it.
Yeah, I get ready as well.
As you each kind of prepare to get ready, you feel the fiery eyes of the shadowy figure looking at each of you, almost all at once. And you each hear whispers over your shoulder. And you all can hear the other whispers that happen around you, but Cameron, over your shoulder, you hear this sinuous, sort of slow, dripping poison voice. They each stand here, having had more freedom to enjoy life as they should, not raised upon a pedestal within a cult to serve a purpose. They were people before you even knew you could be one. Over Kaizen's shoulder, that same voice. Do you not envy them for being so close to their family, yet you have to wander the veils just to be close to your own, unknowing of any dangers until it is too late? Zena. Do they not know how much you have to carry? The burdens, the struggles. And yet they still stand here. Mary. You don't hear one over your shoulder, but you hear the one next to Skarsnaga. All you wanted was the bond of mother and daughter. You craved it so hard that when you had the inkling of such relation, when it turned out she was her own person, you scorned her, causing Skarsnaga to sob further. It seems that this is currently a battle of wills. Skarsnaga is struggling, but it seems that Harisal wants all of you to fight against these envious and perhaps jealous moments. If anyone would like to roll an insight check of what might be done to battle this beast.
Nope.
Xena and Cameron. Harizal seems to be trying to break down, take the symptoms and amplify them. With what you know of having to perhaps resolve the bitterness between Skarsnaga and Neri, and perhaps to not even fall prey to it yourselves. If there is a way to convince Skarsnaga of taking responsibility for what has been done without giving in to the regret and self-loathing that this demon is offering, projecting, perhaps you will all be in a better situation to fight this creature.
Shay, do you want to go first?
Cameron will just shout, "Take accountability! Please! For Nettie!"
How far is she from me?
You guys were all kind of walking together, so, like, you're not terribly far.
Close, right?
Yeah.
And she's on her knees?
Oh, yeah, she is on her knees, hands, palms to the eye.
I go and plop down in front of her on my knees. And I take her hands away and try to make her look at me. What we've done in the past, all that pain can keep on eating away at us. I did something horrible to the woman I love. But it's not too late. You have a choice. You can sit here and let the sadness overwhelm you, feeding this demon. Or you can turn to look at your daughter and reunite with her and have a chance.
Can I get persuasion checks from both Cameron and
Ash!
Xena?
Darn it! I said don't say it!
Natural 20.
Oh, yes!
Look at her.
Oh my god!
Fucking story dice.
Oh my god!
So, with that, you are you see where she, tears still in her eyes, nods. She looks over to where Neri stands. I have not been perfect, but I have considered you a daughter for a very long time. I was hurt. And I realize I have hurt you. But right now, something is hurting our forest. I do not ask for forgiveness, but please, I ask for aid. And as she says this, she pulls herself to her feet, grabs her weapon.
We'll help you.
With that, she turns, seemingly free of Harisal's torment, as the figure now seems to roll with steam, a fire to match its fury. And as you all look, you realize that much the same, the darkness, the clouds that have rolled overhead make the shadows wide and thick. You defy the motions that hold you deepest. How dare you? As he speaks, the claws that cross across the ground begin to break the cracked soil. Visage of blood, fire, and ash begin to roil, bursting from the ground, and we are rolling initiatives. Let's get some. Come on, Sidescape. Alrighty. Hell yeah, look at them rolls, guys. So, with that, when did that blame Faye come in? Holy shit. So it'll be
That came in when I started crying.
Damn. So it'll be Kaizen, it'll be Xena, Cameron, Neri, Harisal, and our NPCs. So, Kaizen, you are the first to act. What are you doing?
Sorry, I was muted. How far is this creature was right in front of Naga, yeah?
Somewhat. It was a lot of like sort of magic kind of for the conversations. So there's some distance there, but it's well within anyone's range to rush up for.
To do that. Try not to get killed in the process. Yeah. Cool. I'll just try and punch it. Not quite knowing what I'm doing fighting this demon. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 will hit.
That's good. Con save, please.
Cool. Yeah, we can do a con save. That is an 18.
Sippy says, uh, we'll take out Lillian's slash.
Okay.
24, and I can get sneak, yeah, because he's by himself. The
He
team.
is.
Awesome. Okay, 17. Bonus action, I will activate my tattoo, so I now have ethereal tendrils coming out of my arms, and I will back up
Heck yeah.
to be 15 feet away.
Alrighty.
And that's my turn.
With that, Xena, it is your go.
I would like to hit him in the head. Regular attack, no great weapon master.
Okay,
That is going to be 32 to hit.
for sure.
That is 23 points of damage. That is 32 to hit again. For 16 points of damage. That is 25 to hit. For 18 points of damage, and that is the end of my turn.
Hold on, I lost my track. I gotta go do math again. Stupid calculators. Okay. There we go. Got it. So as Xena, you cut through this creature, much like the shadow entities that you had fought before. It doesn't seem to have a full physicality, but it does seem to be taking damage of your magical weaponry. And Cameron, it is your turn.
Awesome. I'm going to run up. Yeah, I'll run up to Skarsnaga and I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Okay.
Then, bonus action, gonna take, sorry for Marcher, and take an archer shot at this thing. Would I be within melee off it at that point, or am I still more than 5 feet away?
If you use all of your movement,
Yeah, I'm going up to Skarsnaga and then I'm going to.
you would be more than
Archer
5.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 29 to hit for 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay. It seems to snarl at the impact of the radiant damage as it, the fires of its shadow sort of eat away at the fires of your light. Anything else?
That's my turn done.
Neri,
Mm.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Guardian of Nature
Mm-hmm.
as some sea monster action.
Hell yeah.
Can I get to it
Easily.
with 40?
Yeah.
Okay, great. We swing in two-handed. So 22
Okay.
for 9 slashing and 5 force. Ooh, a 13.
Unfortunately will not hit.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm in there.
So, as you are in there, it is now Harisal's go. And it is going to go for twice claw strikes, once at Kaizen, once at Neri, with a natural 1 on its first attack towards Neri. That is going to be a 28,
Yeah, that'll do it.
and that'll be 22 slashing with an additional 11 fire. And then turning to Xena is going to bring a hoof down on you with a 28 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
That is 27 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need a strength saving throw.
That is 33.
You are not knocked prone. But that is it for Harizal. Our NPCs are going to go, and Skarsnaga is going to rush in alongside where Neri is and take a swipe. And as she does so, whispers these words, and you see thorns begin to wrap over the blade, and as she impacts Neri, you get the understanding that it's very similar to your Hail of Thorns, but on her dagger.
Mm.
And it seems to cut more of the area and flesh available, but the shadows begin to lick at the blade and try and grab hold of Skarsnaga once more. But the gleam, almost like water, of Cameron's spell seems to cause these flames to retract. Ryan is going to stay near Cameron and provide the help action. And Kaizen, we come back to the top of the round where it is your turn. You now have friends nearby.
Can I flank with Xena?
You can move into a flank with Xena.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, I will take out Lily and slash. First, foremost. Oh, so close. Okay, we're gonna go fishing. Nope. 27 to hit. And that's 13 damage plus sneak attack. Right, 27 total. And then I have to keep track of those punches. Alright, so then I'll just start punching. Go fishing. Nope, 29 to hit. 11. And then I'll do Fluid Flows. Go fishing. Okay, 28 to hit. Another 11. Oh. Okay, that'll be fishing roll. Alright, no, 25 to hit. And another 11. Okay, and then 36 extra force damage.
Consistency.
Whoa. Yeah, 14 extra force damage. And that's my
Okay.
turn.
So, as you are striking into this beast that is massively taller than any of you, easily tripling in height for some of you, it's seeming to work as more flames have to engulf in different areas to provide cover and aid for this beast. And Xena, you come to your turn.
Okay, I would like to, again, regular attack, no great weapon master.
You are in a flank, so I will remind you of that.
Yep. It's 26 to hit for a total of 19 points of damage. 29 to hit. Total of 24 points of damage. 20 to hit for 21 points of damage, and that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Cameron, it's your turn.
Guiding bolt. Upcast this time. Shouldn't have said that. It's an 18 to hit.
You do have help from Ryan.
I do have help from Ryan. What a lad. 26.
26 will hit.
Awesome. It's 29 points of radiant damage. And then I'll archer. Take one advantage because I'm a terrible person. 24 to hit
Yeah?
for another 10 radiant.
Alright. As the fires of your radiance begin to push away some of the shadows, leaving just this fiery demonic form, Neri, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm swinging. What's a 24?
That hits.
That is 8 slashing and 3 force. And a 23 for 4 slashing and 1 force.
Lovely.
Mm.
As the figure starts to show more where it seems that it is getting angrier, larger. It's as if each attack is imbuing it with more essence it can draw from. Do you do anything else on your turn, Neri?
No, that's it.
The flames begin to grow intense here. They begin to shape, pulled from the shadows itself into this whirling, almost lance, a blade crafted of the shade and of the flames. And since Neri, you were the last one to strike it,
Oh no.
you see where it is aimed directly at you. And what is your AC?
15.
Okay. You feel the heat. And once again, you flinch. You're stronger, more experienced than this, but your body knows that it is coming. It's imminent. But you do not burn. Instead, you see Skarsnaga, who was at your side,
Oh,
as she has taken the hit. And
oh,
as
can I?
the body drops, you see the horrible burned figure. But Neri, you are close enough. You've seen a dead body before, and you can tell that that is not what you are looking at. Skarsnaga is still alive, just wounded quite badly. And Harizal gives a spiteful curse to the woman at his feet as she has taken the blow that was meant for you, Neri. Ryan's going to continue helping, but this time he rushes away from Cameron over to Neri's side and to provide the help action for you. And Kaizen, it's your turn.
Good. Okay, first I'll attack the creature and then I'll do some extra. I'm still on the flank with Xena.
Yes.
Alright, I'll slash with Lily first. Alright, go fishing. Nope, 21 to hit. 11, okay, I'll punch. Oh, maybe not. Oh no. Okay, go fishing. Nope, 24 to hit. Con save, please? Didn't expect that to do anything.
That is going to be a 30.
Yeah, nope, perfectly fine. Okay, and then bonus action, I will use Hand of Healing. And
Okay.
so, actually, hold up. What's this? Yeah, okay, Flurry of Blows, Hand of Healing. So I will try and, like, as gently as possible, like, tap it on each shoulder. And she will get back, I think it's 2d8 plus 8. Yeah, okay. Uh, 18 hit points back.
There is a moment where you've placed the healing in, that you're just, you know that it should work. You felt the key movements, but you're waiting for that visual response. And then there's the cough as the burns start their process of healing thanks to your magic and key abilities. Confirming to everyone that Skarsnaga is alive. Anything else on your turn, Kaizen?
Nope, that's it.
Xena,
Hi.
it's your turn.
Yes. This is what I would like to do, please.
Yeah.
I would like to go ahead and click on my boots of movement with my bonus action.
Okay.
I will go ahead and risk an op attack, but go over Skarsnaga. I
Okay.
would like to pick her up and then bring her about 40 feet away from us.
So, the demon is going to take the attack of opportunity against you as its horn is going to sort of charge in to make an attack against you with a 28.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a successful goring, and that will be a total of 50 points of piercing damage and 6 points fire
Okay.
as you leave its range.
Okay. Am I able to grab her and
Yeah, no,
walk away?
nothing changes. That's just what happens when you get the attack of opportunity. Unless
Yeah,
you wish
no.
to change.
Nope. That's no problem. And I gently put her down and I stay there by her side just in case the demon decide to do something stupid like come in over and hit her.
Okay,
And that is the end of my turn.
sounds good. Cameron, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna run over and cast Holy Weapon on Neri's longsword.
Okay. Neri,
Mm-hmm.
your weapon is glowing with a divine light after Cameron's imbuement. You have assistance from Ryan.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay, just really quick is
Skarsnaga is okay and has been moved
yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Okay. Okay, we're swinging.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. It's a natural 20.
Lachlan, you really need to get on them story dice. So, that hits.
And then is +3.
Holy weapon, I believe, gives you
2d8 radiant, which is gonna get maxed out 'cause
Got
it's
it.
crit.
Okay, cool. So first one is what, 18? Uh, 21 slashing, and then 2d8. I don't even know.
I've got
you
it.
do it.
And then, do you still have Guardian of Nature up?
Yeah.
So that'll get maxed out as well.
Oh, that's right. Force damage. So that's 8. I know that one.
Cool.
Okay.
As your glowing weapon, you feel the swirl of emotions happening so quick. You know that Skarsnaga is safe, but you still saw for that brief moment, and you channel that as your weapon glows with a divine blessing to harness these emotions. You see the beast that has been feeding off of you and off of the conflict in your heart. And you drive your blade forward. And it is almost as if it is the power of love manifesting as it burns bright through the shadows, the light and darkness fighting until the shadows are extinguished. There is a growl deep and primal from this beast as it is sent back to the abyss, but it is gone, severed from this realm by your hand, Neri. Combat comes to an end. What do you
I
do?
went straight to Naga.
She is now sitting up on her own thanks to Kaizen's healing, no longer unconscious. What do you do, Neri?
Cast Cure Boots.
As your hands go down to touch Skarsnaga, the burns beginning to recede under your healing magic. You feel the strong, calloused hands that grip you and pull you into a fierce hug.
Jesus Christ.
And you hear the soft, but still rough voice as Skarsnaga whispers, "I am sorry."
I know.
As
Sorry.
she holds you, allowing the emotions to course. When she moves back, I will need time for my feelings. But my anger, my resentment, did more harm than knowing and facing myself and my choices. And the path that the spirits had offered me. She looks beyond you, Neri, to your friends, those you had found on your own and found strength within. And as she looks heavy to each of you, thank you.
Will you be okay?
I will be. I've made it this long.
Always been stubborn.
So have you. And there is a almost smile that overcomes her face.
Not to interrupt Neri and her. Well, just gotta go ahead and whisper to Ryan. Maybe give her the sending stone.
Oh. As he pulls it out, he's just going to kind of nudge it into Neri's hand and sort of give a wink.
I have this. It was supposed to be for him, but I don't think it's supposed to be yours.
She takes it, cradling it in her hand. A bit of city magic, I think, is perhaps something I can fit into my traveling. As she wraps her hand around carefully the sending stone.
I have a lot to tell you. If you want to hear it.
I think my travels in these woods can stay for more than I had planned.
Good.
So, with the promise of more conversations, and with bridges once thought burned now being rebuilt, you all are able to leave this deep part of the forest and return to safer grounds. Even return home for the evening. But as time passes by, and as the dark evening sets in and the forest begins to sleep, the leaves waving in the wind, an elk cries out into the night. And it is there that our session will come to an end. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I will, of course, see you all in the next stream. But until then, head over to wildwitch.com. Check us out there. See all that we've got going on, including the invite link to our Discord to join us, hang out, and jump into a game yourself. I will, and with that, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps.